Hi friends, in today's video, let's break down human reproduction in simple exam-ready steps you can actually remember. The topics covered in today's video are the male reproductive system, the female reproductive system, fertilization and embryo development. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. Before you leave, make sure you check the glossary section at the end of this lesson. It will help you connect all the important keywords and make your exam revision much easier. Let us discuss the male reproductive system. It consists of a pair of testes, which is the site of sperm formation. The sperm generated inside the testis travels through the vas deferens, which is a tube which connects it to the urethra. The urethra is a common tube which is used to expel out both the urine and sperm from the body. The testis is present inside a sac-like structure called as the scrotum. This scrotum is outside the abdominal cavity rather than inside. This is because the temperature required for sperm formation is much lower compared to the normal body temperature. Along the way, we have glands like the seminal vesicle gland and the prostate gland, which add their own secretions to the sperm. These secretions make the sperm more motile as well as they provide nutrition to the sperm. This is required for the sperm to swim inside the female reproductive tract. Finally, we have the penis, which is a muscular organ that is involved in sexual intercourse, that is, the process of the insertion of penis into the female vagina. This helps in the transfer of sperms from the male body inside the female reproductive system. To sum it up, a pair of testes are the site of formation of the male germ cells or sperms. They are located outside the body, that is, outside the abdominal cavity, inside the sac-like structure called scrotum. This is to maintain the lower temperature which is required for sperm formation. A tube called vas deferens delivers the sperm from the testis to the urethra, which forms a common passage for both sperms and urine. We have glands like the prostate and seminal vesicles, which add their own secretions to the sperm. This enables for the easier transportation of the sperm as well as it provides nutrition for the sperm. The sperms contain genetic material from the father's side as well as a long tail which helps it to swim towards the female germ cells or the eggs. The penis, when it is erect, it transfers the sperm to the female reproductive tract during a process called as sexual intercourse. Now let us study about the female reproductive tract. The female reproductive tract consists of a pair of ovaries on either side which are connected to the fallopian tube or the oviduct. The fallopian tube in turn leads to the womb or the uterus, which is where the baby grows, which is a bag where the baby grows. The lower end of the uterus which connects to the vagina is called as the cervix, and then we have the vagina itself, which is a tube or a canal. Females are already born with thousands of immature eggs. When females attain puberty, they begin to release one mature egg per month. This is known as ovulation. The lining of the uterus begins to thicken and the blood supply to the uterus is increased in order to nourish the growing embryo if fertilization happens. The sperms enter the female reproductive tract during intercourse and they move upwards towards the fallopian tube where they meet the mature egg. The fusion of the male and female gamete gives rise to the zygote. The zygote further develops to form the embryo. To sum it up, the ovaries are the site of production of the female germ cells or the eggs. Women are born with thousands of immature eggs which start maturing when they attain puberty, that is the age of sexual maturation. Every month an egg undergoes maturation and is produced by one of the ovaries. The oviduct or fallopian tube is a tube-like structure which carries the egg to the elastic bag-like structure known as the uterus or the womb, which serves as the site of growth of the fetus. The uterus opens into the vagina through the cervix. Let us study the journey of an egg from ovulation to implantation. Ovulation is the release of matured egg by the ovary. When a sperm meets the egg, it leads to a fertilized cell known as the zygote. The zygote undergoes further cell divisions leading to the formation of embryo. The embryo in its blastocyst stage is implanted in the uterus. Implantation is the process of attachment or embedding of the embryo to the uterine wall. In human beings, the pregnancy lasts for 9 months, after which the mother gives birth to the baby, via uterine contractions. Have you ever wondered how babies get their nutrition inside the mother's body? It is through the help of a specialized disc-like structure called as placenta, which is embedded in the uterine wall. On the fetus side of the placenta, numerous villi are present, which are finger-like projections that increase the surface area for absorption. Surrounding the villi are the mother's blood vessels. This is how the nutrients and oxygen are transported to the fetus via the placenta. The placenta also helps in the removal of waste substances which are generated by the fetus. To sum it up, sperms enter the vaginal canal via sexual intercourse. Fertilization or fusion of the sperm with the egg cell takes place in the fallopian tube or oviduct, leading to the formation of a zygote. The zygote undergoes several divisions to form the embryo, which is implanted in the uterine lining. The uterus is richly supplied with blood vessels to nourish and support the growing embryo. The embryo continues to grow and develops into a fetus. The stage of development up to 8 weeks is called as the embryo, and after 8 weeks it is called as the fetus. Placenta is a disc embedded inside the uterine wall which helps in the transfer of glucose and oxygen from the mother to the embryo, and it helps in the removal of waste from the embryo into the mother's blood. The fully developed fetus is born in 9 months because of the rhythmic contractions of the uterine wall, and it comes out through the vaginal canal. And that's human reproduction, simple, clear and easy to remember. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more easy science explanations. Got a topic you want me to cover next? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to help. Stay tuned for the next video on what happens if the egg is not fertilized.